Hello and welcome back to the channel. I don't think I've ever shown the full setup I have here. And this is my corner where I do all my DIY stuff. My little workbench. We have 3D printed IKEA scatter boards. They're imitation ones, but they're 3D printed like a pegboard. And we have another pegboard here, that's an IKEA SCADAS, and lots of random stuff. Chargers. But let me flip you around. This is also my music room, and I don't really talk about it because I have another channel about my organ stuff. And I've just been practicing there, practicing some Mendelssohn. So this is my 3-manual Johannes Studio 170. Got some music in the corner. Got some diplomas up on the wall, and this is my office setup, my work bench setup, and this is my piano, which is currently full of stuff. I can't open it at the moment, as you can see, because of all my DIY stuff. A little electric keyboard there and an acoustic upright piano there, and all the batteries and all that stuff. So it's a bit of a mess right now, and because there's something really exciting that's going to happen. Got all this stuff. I'm going to move some of this stuff over to my new shed, and I've done a couple of shorts on it, but I haven't really been that vocal about it. And I'm just going to time lapse you through the shed build, and then I'll bring you inside, and then we'll talk more about what's going to happen, because this is really exciting. Welcome to my new shed. Look at it. It is insulated throughout. It's a Best SHEDS custom 6x3 meters. We have a roller door here. We have a PA door over there. And today I just laid down some 100 by 50 centimeter carpet tile from Bunnings. I've never done it before, but I think I did quite a reasonable job. And you know, it's cheap, and if I need to replace it, it's quite easy to do. I went for carpet tiles because I wanted something a little bit more nice on the feet. I like walking around in socks, and it's better than bare concrete, and I couldn't afford epoxy, and plus epoxy would be quite cold as well. And if I had to wait longer, I wouldn't be able to move in. So here we have it. We have the carpet tiles. As you can see, I didn't bother doing those squares up against the beam. Not really that much of a big deal. I did do a little join over here, which wasn't very good, as you can see. But you know, this is my space now. So I'm really happy to have my own space. We have no power in here at the moment except for the Powerwall, so I guess we can call this part 8 of the Powerwall. I moved it all the way in here. It's about 2 kilowatt hours, including that. We have a line from the external power point from the house coming in here, and that's just going to charge the batteries once it hits about 21 volts, and I think it will charge it to about 28.5 volts. That's what I had in the setting. So yeah, I wasn't going to fill in this last column here because I only had 2 PCBs left. But thank you to the sponsor of this video, PCBWay. They decided to send me 10 more PCBs so I can complete this column for the Powerwall. So thank you PCBWay, and we'll head over to the site and I'll show you how to order these PCBs if you'd like to make one yourself. So here is the PCBWay website, PCBWay.com. It is a manufacturer that turns your electronic designs into real physical products. You upload your PCB files and they'll fabricate the boards, assemble the components if necessary, and even handle things like 3D printing and CNC machining. But obviously for me, I'm just interested at the moment in PCB creation. So it's basically a one-stop shop for prototyping and small production runs, whether you're a DIY person like me or developing a product to sell. So PCBWay have a project area, and I've gone straight to the page of Mario's 1S8P Modular Powerwall board. And to order these, you don't need to obviously design your own Gerber file and upload it, because it's all done for you. You just click add to cart and you select your quantity. The minimum quantity is 5. Okay, and it'll give you a price. So let's check 5, $37.65. So have a click around and see what is going to be most cost efficient for you, because you obviously have to pay for shipping as well. So in order to fill those PCBs with batteries, we have a assortment of power tool batteries to disassemble, test, capacity test, and then put them into production once I'm all happy with them. I have quite a few 18650s already being tested, but I want to see if I can get at least 2 amp hour cells. The ones over here are about 1.7, 1.6, 1.8. So yeah, lots to do, lots to see how I'd like to arrange this and how it grows. My 3D printer's been moved in, and I do have an enclosure for it now. This cube thing for all my filament, that was just found on Marketplace. They just wanted to give it away. Same as that table, and for that matter, the enclosure was free as well. They just wanted it to go to a good home. So yeah, that is kind of the inside of the shed in a nutshell. I will show you the outside of the shell and the aftermath of the kind of digging the trench for the stormwater. And my grass is just an absolute nightmare. It's been taken over by weeds and it's all muddy now. All right, so it's the next day and I just did a mow. Wifey helped me a little bit here. And as you can see, yeah, the weeds have overtaken the grass. I don't know what this is. Maybe for those of you on YouTube, you can let me know how to fix this. And here, got a bit of a bump going up to the stormwater there. I'll have to level that out at some point. Yeah, there's the best shed. No solar panels yet. 2.4 meters high in mist green or eucalypt, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's mist green though. 6 by 3 meter slab. Windows on the north and south side. And gutters there, gutters on the other side. This is the west wall, so I don't want any sun, any windows through there. Some offcuts there which I might need in the future. Sprinkler which needs to be relocated. There's another window. Yeah, so that is the shed, guys. So what I'll do now is I'll just quickly show you the PCB for the Powerwall. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time on this shed/Powerwall journey, I'll show you the PCB that I got from PCBWay. what components need to be soldered onto it for it to be in use, and then we'll wrap it up. And I look forward to making more videos for the shed in the future. Okay, let's have a quick look at the PCB 1S8P by Mario Kabanayan Jr. And we have provision for two 18650 battery holders of 4 slot, and you have to solder them around the back, and each cell here is fused, which is really good. I have a pack or a container of 5 amp SMD fuses, and you just join them in there. So hopefully no cell will be pushed beyond its limits. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 positive spots here, so even a small one there for like balance leads, and same for the negative side. These ones are non-conductive. And then I just use some PCB standoffs, which I 3D printed like that. So by the time of my next video, I'll have this all up there. And then I think part 8 or 9, I think this is part 8, part 9 will be joining it all up and turning it on and putting it into service. So there we have it. Thank you again to PCBWay for sponsoring these PCBs to make up the last column of my Powerwall. And I will catch you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed my little shed, which is starting to get filled up with stuff. Look, even my youngest daughter decided to bring a pillow in and a little jumping mat. Yeah, it keeps me company in here while I kind of work out what I want to do inside here. Catch you in the next video. Bye for now.